Greetings, adventurers. This is DM Kurt, and this probably isn't going to be the longest of videos. Uh, OGGM was kind enough to send me a copy of Wretched Vigilantes, the newest role-playing game from the Red Room. The Red Room being a small company, just two people, operating out of Portugal. And for such a small company, the Red Room has put out quite a lot of stuff. They put out a thing called the Wretched role playing game, which I mean it's yet another OSR game. Okay, so you're gonna see your strength, intelligence, wisdom, etc. Even if they rename it, it's the same thing. You know, hit points to health points, whatever. You know, you'll get the gist of how to do things. You know, roll a d20, roll high, you're good to go. Things like that. So the mechanics you pretty much have already seen before. But it was, I want to say, about 290 something pages worth of role playing game. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing. So, the newest game, Wretched Vigilantes, is built on that same system. 264 pages that PDF was. These are lengthy, chunky game systems here. So, in Wretched Vigilantes, you have a world where a super soldier serum was given to like cops and military and such to augment their abilities. The strong guy became stronger, the fast guy became faster, and so on. And some of them got a little drunk with power and maybe went a little too far. In subsequent generations, the serum started giving people slightly stranger powers. Like, there's one character who can just carries a bag of marbles with them and causes those marbles to whip at you with bullet-like speeds, and he's just, I'm going to kill everybody in the room. That's a supervillain. Low to mid-level supervillain, and they can still be taken down by a SWAT team who can somehow manage not getting killed by her first. You know, she can still be brought down. So we're not talking cosmic level, you know, Superman, Thanos level characters here. We're talking more street level, I believe Spider-Man Day One, you know, or etc. was given as your examples. So you're playing in this kind of dark Sin City kind of thing. But how dark? Well, the Wretched game system doesn't use good versus evil, law versus chaos. There's no alignment system in that respect, which is something you see the good versus evil. It came out of Dungeons and Dragons, okay? But instead, you get to pick one of the 7 deadly sins and one of the 7 holy virtues. So, for example, if you took wrath as your 7th deadly sins, you might get a +1 to intimidation rolls because you're just that threatening by your very aura. However, the detriment of that is that if there's a situation where violence is one of the primary options, you might have to make a wisdom saving throw, or you simply just go with the violence. Is that the choice is kind of taken from you by your character flaw. However, if, say, you also get a virtue, maybe your virtue is diligence, so you're on the straight and narrow when it comes to getting things done that way. So you'll get a benefit for your virtue. And if you properly role play your character according to your flaws and your virtues, then you'll get some experience points and your character can grow that way. Which is kind of a different take, as much as some of the other core mechanics may seem very familiar. At least they went somewhere different with that. The Wretched role-playing game has a number of additional games attached onto the general system. For example, there is Wretched Country, where you get to play gunslingers in the Old West, and you'll do Old West style adventuring. You might also play something called Welcome to St. Cloud, which takes place in the fictional town of St. Cloud, Washington. And it's got this weird horror type vibe to it. I don't have that particular one, but that's where I'm reading up on it. The TV show Twin Peaks was a bit of an inspiration for that one, I understand. For Wretched Vigilantes, the movie Sin City was an inspiration. You got the streets are dark and the rain is coming down on a troubled city, but the rain will never wash away all the grime of the crime, Okay. So, I'm going to provide all the links down below. I would recommend that y'all check this out. It might be of interest to you. There it is. I would say that this is worth checking out. DM Kurt, out.